Thank you so much. Thank you, Mikali. And let's dive into today's discussion. We are talking about the human need for love and connection. And the question we're asking is, how do you meet the need for love and connection? What has to happen for you to really meet that special need? And I'll tell you how special this is. All of us as human beings, whether we like it or not, we may acknowledge it, we may not, but all of us have the need for love and connection. We want to connect. It's a core need to connect with ourselves, to connect with God, to connect with others. It's a core need for us. And this is not just for romantic relationship. This is for all kind of relationship, beginning with yourself, your family, your colleagues, people around you, the world in general. Human beings are born with this need to connect. Remember, it's not something you're forcing yourself to, but we block the need for connection by so many rules on what has to happen for you to feel that sense of connection. And that's why, because some of us have been hurt so many times, then we have rules and we have beliefs that disconnect us from the world. And so we are a dry fish. And that's why other areas of our lives may not work so well, because love is the oxygen of the soul. Love is the oxygen of the soul. And so if your need for love is not being met, then you may feel as though something is missing. You will feel as though you are not really being yourself. Something is definitely missing. And so you want to find out, in what ways are you stopping your need for love? In what way are you blocking love? What are those excuses that you have for you not to make a connection? I call them excuses because they are excuses. There are many people that have overcome very many emotional, even traumatic experiences to finally make a connection for love. And my experience is that it begins with a connection with self. Because if you don't make that connection with yourself, it's likely that you may not even know how to make a connection with others. Okay, so love is like one of the most important needs. It's an intense force that helps us to get fulfilled. Because without love and connection, no matter how good you are with other needs, like you have confidence in yourself, you tell yourself these motivational speaking quotes, and you tend to inspire yourself, you will still be as dry as fish out of water until you connect, until you make a connection. Even if you make so much money, even if you are promoted to the highest level and you feel significant, maybe you get the award of being winning a Nobel Prize, you will still need to connect. The need for connection is what makes us human. It's what makes us humane. And you begin by connecting with yourself. The reason governments use prison to separate you from the world, and as one of the worst form of punishment, is because we were born to thrive, by meeting this need for love. So one of the ways to punish you as a human being is to disconnect you from society, is to disconnect you from others. If you look at kids that grew up without that sense of connection, sense of touch, they grow up with so many mental issues of feeling you're not enough, something is missing, and you cannot put a finger on what is it that is missing. Maybe I'm talking about you. Maybe you're that person that feels so disconnected. You're not in prison, but in the prison of your mind. You made a decision when you were small, when you were younger, that this world is not worth connecting to, and you isolated yourself, and perhaps you're living in a corner somewhere. You just see things happening to you. You become a victim of life. Let me encourage you this morning. Let me encourage you that you can make a decision from this moment. And I'm not telling you to connect to people because maybe perhaps you're too afraid to make that connection. Begin with connecting with yourself. Begin to be aware of yourself. You're here. Appreciate this moment. Appreciate yourself. Come to the present moment and just feel and connect. That way you begin to, make a connection and invite that the need for love to be met from deep within you. Then perhaps the next step is you can connect with your creator. You can find a way. No, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spiritual connection with your creator. Meet that need. Make an assessment of what you think must happen for you to feel loved and to feel love. Make an assessment of that and sort of delete all those rules that you've created. Like for us, we make it so tough to feel love. Like, someone has to come and really sing and serenade you to feel loved. The fewer the rules, the easier it is for you to meet your need for love. If you have too many rules, people will not love you. No, not that people will not love you, but you will not connect even with people that are loving you. And I know many couples that come to me, you're married, but you cannot connect with love. In fact, both of you are beautifully, wonderfully made, just like, it is for all human beings. But there's no sense of connection. You just sit there. There's no connection. You're dry as a rock. You can be in the presence of love, but you're still dry because you're not open. Let me tell you what makes us closed. We are closed because of these rules. We say, you go through an experience in life and you say, I will never again associate, I'll never again connect with men. Men are this and that. Women are this and that. And you allow fear to take your life. It's a moment to make a decision. Today could be the day when you begin again. Another year, we've gone all the way now. We're in November. And hey, a change can happen even before the end of the year. A change can happen. You can make change happen right now. Any time is an invitation for a change. And you can make a decision. Decision means cutting off every other option. And you get stuck with love. It's time to return to love, my friend. It's time to give love another chance. It's time to open yourself to smelling the flowers, to the smile from your friend, to the nice thoughts about life within you, to adoring life, making that inner connection. It's time to live again. Dive into the waters of love. No, without love, what's there? Without love and connection, what's there? What's there? Life is simply dry without love and connection. And I know maybe you have so many reasons to tell yourself, I'm a man, I'm a hardcore. I don't connect. This love is for the birds. Okay. Then you're locking one bird inside of you that needs to fly to its destiny and feel the essence of being alive. See? When you see people frustrated at work, when you see people causing other people pain, it's because they are not meeting their need for love, or they are meeting the need for love through a negative means. Because every one of the 6 human needs can be met either in a positive way, neutral way, or negative way. You can meet your need for love by being a dictator, someone that holds love from other people, punishes their spouses. You're meeting your need for love by holding love back, becoming a narcissist. It's actually a way of meeting your need for love because it's attention. You're looking for people to look at you a certain way. It's a way of manipulation. Is another way of meeting your need for love, because you're looking for that attention. There are people who lie to meet the need for love and connection. When you lie, people, feel a sense of connection to you, and you're lying for the purpose of feeling lonely. You want to make that connection with people, with the world. You want to say, hey, I'm here, please connect with me, even though I'm negative and so needy. And I say it here, needy is creepy, but still there are people that use neediness to meet their need for love and connection. Other people blame others, throw stones on others to meet a need for connection, a need for connection. And so I don't know what ways you're using to meet your need for love and connection. But I tell you, this is a must. It's a must need. You can't run away from the need for love. You will feel a sense of disconnect, lack of mission, lack of purpose, as though the life you're living right now is a punishment. Is as though you are in a prison. Okay? And so if all these criminals, people that are taken out of society, the worst kind of psychological punishment is actually to be isolated. And when you go to prison, there's now what they call the maximum prison. Maybe you're taken and you are alone somewhere in a room. Now that is confinement. In alone in a room is the worst form of punishment, emotionally, psychologically. But you see, some of us, we are alone, but surrounded by so many people. But we are lonely. We are lonely. And our drama, the way we treat other people, the way we show up, is a sign that we are fish that needs to dive into the waters of love. We need to find ourselves. We need to find true connection. And I tell you, it doesn't matter how much you've been hurt, how miserable you've been in this area of love and relationships. Give yourself another chance. Open yourself to love. Know how beautiful love is. When you're in love, your brain fires oxytocin. Oxytocin. Yeah, I think that's the one. Oxytocin. The feel-good emotion, oxytocin and dopamine. Just feel good. It's like there'll not be an end to this moment. And it feels that feeling of good is actually, psychologists tell us that it is actually the same feeling as though someone has had a shot of cocaine, or you're high on something. So you don't need maybe the reason why so many people are on drugs is they're looking for this need. They're meeting this need for connection by using drugs. Because every time you high, you connect with yourself. Okay, there's a need for connection. But just maybe smoking something bad, something high, something that takes you high and you feel so high, love gives you the same experience. We're dealing with a generation that is, addicted to drugs because we don't know unconsciously we are meeting a need for love and connection. But we're using a negative means because drugs is a negative means. Anything that you get addicted to is negative. It makes you a slave. It's negative, my friend. You can choose better. Fall in love with yourself, with God, with others. This life is worth living. Full of life. Like I said, love is the oxygen of the soul. And when you feel alive, you just feel, yes, I can now perform better at work. I can now, be a good friend, associate, go and have the power to start my business, have the motisha, the encouragement, to face my mountains and do whatever it takes to be the person I was born to be. Love is powerful. Are you meeting it? Are you meeting your need for love? There's no shame in loving yourself. And this is for men. Men feel this is, it's for ladies. Love is for ladies. No, it's for all of us if you're a human being. Okay, and I assume you are. If you're a human being, love is find a way to meet your need for love. It doesn't matter what generation you're coming from. Some of us, the older generation, we don't want to talk about love. You culture yourself like a stone. You just want to, until you die, don't want to talk about these manenos. You want to love your kids. It's don't hold back love because it's a human need. When you hold back love, you cease to be human. And we begin to behave like lonely animals, imprisoned animals, domesticated animals that only are structured to do this and do that, and there's no life within you. Breathe in a fresh start. Begin again. Evaluate how you're meeting the need for love and meet the need for love from a higher place. Begin by loving yourself. What do you do to meet your need for love? What is the vehicle that you use to meet your need for love? Is it positive, negative, or neutral? Another practice, something that can help you meet your need for love, is just tell yourself every day, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I love you. There are emojis on social media. Put some love. That's how we connect. Some of us, we hold back love. Even when you like something online, you hold back. No, like this video. Like anything that you want to express, that express yourself. May this week be a week of expressing yourself. And when you feel this time is ready and you love someone, express yourself. Don't fear. If they say no, so what? Say thank you. At least you've expressed yourself. But begin with yourself. Express love on that mirror. Tell yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love and appreciate myself. Begin with yourself. Then tell your kids, people around you. Tell your parents you love them. And you realize you're beginning to be fulfilled. Love is just moving and flowing in your life. That is what I wish for you. Thank you so much. We can continue this conversation on Breakthrough channel, Breakthrough YouTube channel, Breakthrough with Jeff. If you just type Breakthrough with Jeff, I'm looking forward to connect with you. I love you. God bless.
It was very intentional for Jeff to leave with I love you, because that is what he's been talking about. He said love is the conversation, the message, the language rather of the soul. So love yourself. It starts from in here and then spread it all around. Sprinkle it everywhere. That thing is for free. It's just love. Give it, give it, give it, give it, and it will never end. And let the people who are close to you that you really, really love know that you actually do. Do it now. Give them their flowers now, because you can. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We'll be right back.